It's the morning of November 2nd, and I had some work obligations to take care of this morning, but got those finished up. Gonna meet up with Matt Strayer, head down to southeast Iowa for an afternoon hunt. Not exactly sure where I'm gonna go. The wind's a little bit different than they were saying, and so my original plan might not work out, but we got a 3-hour drive to think about it, and we will see you in a tree.
Well, it's 2 o'clock and we're in our setup for this evening. Looks like a perfect spot, perfect evening, high 40s. Every time we come to this food plot, it looks better because we've got some rain down here. It's not super windy today, but we're at a pretty tall spot on this farm and the wind's blowing pretty good. So hopefully these deer are gonna be up on their feet. November 2nd, anything can happen. We're hoping to go and walks by us. Well, we're losing light fast here in southeast Iowa. This time of year, you never know what's going to step out, and so we were pretty hopeful that we were going to see one of the mature bucks that we're after. That did not happen, but we had 12, 14, 15 deer or so walk within 20 yards of us, including a really good 3.5-year-old that we call big frame. You can probably see why. He got a really wide, tall frame, so an awesome deer. Is going to be exciting to see what he becomes. Matt and I are going to take a few days off here hunting, and we'll be back at it on the 6th and 7th. It's November 6th, and Matt and I have ventured back down here to southeast Iowa to the farm on a couple days. We're really excited to be here. We are set up just on the downwind side of a small pond. This is a spot that we found that works pretty good on a south wind. So we're just hoping that there's going to be some bucks cruising between bedding areas or chasing does today, and we hope that they'll just pass by right here in front of the tree. We've got clear skies. It's about 40, 45 degrees, and south wind about 10 miles an hour, so conditions are really good. High pressure. Yeah, we're just excited to be here. This is a tree that Matt had an encounter with a buck we call Double G4 last year on November 7th, and then we had a buck we call Browtine come up behind us and wind us. So anyway, both of those bucks are still in the area, and we are hoping that one of them will come by this tree today. So sit tight, and hopefully we'll be able to bring you some action. minutes ago we had an encounter with a couple different bucks. We had a 10-pointer, just a buzz here that I'm not sure which deer he was, and then shortly thereafter Matt heard some grunting behind us, and sure enough it was a buck we call Big Brow. I think last year he was 5, and this year I'm pretty confident he's a 6-year-old, so he's a deer we're after. He's a deer that we want to try and harvest today. So unfortunately, for whatever reason, he just got really spooky when he got close, and he didn't cross this ditch like all the other bucks do. Usually he was coming towards us and I couldn't move at all. He got to probably 21, 22 yards. He stood at about 30 yards for a while, but like I said, I'm just not sure I could have drawn without him seeing us. So hopefully we'll have him come back by later today. So we'll see what happens.
Well, it's the morning of November 10th. It's Wednesday. I'm out on Ellie's property. I was at the stand last night as well. It's close to my food plot. Got all my camera gear set up. Threw my ozonics up in the tree. The wind is just a touch questionable for the stand, but I wanted to sit the closer stand because I was running a little late and I didn't want to sneak all the way back to the far stand. And so I'm set up, ready to rock. It's cold. It's a crisp November morning. It's the morning that everybody dreams about in November. It's looked at my phone this morning when I walked out the house and the real feel was 24 degrees. Frost on everything. Leaves are falling. Just a gorgeous morning. So, Lord willing, maybe a shooter buck will come through, and hopefully we can get the job done this morning.
What?
I can't believe that just happened. I got to my stand a little later than I planned on. I got in quiet, got set up, and about 20 minutes after sitting here, a small doe came through and walked past my camera, and then I heard a buck come through because he grunted a couple times to the north and took off chasing after her. He must have caught a glimpse of her in the woodlot to the east of me. That chasing must have attracted another buck because I looked to the north after I heard a stick break and I saw a side of antlers, and shoot, he came into 25 yards, and I'm 99% sure that I absolutely pile drove him. He took off, and pretty sure I heard him crash, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to give him an hour or so before I go look, sit here and enjoy the rest of the morning and just, take it all in. Shoot, this season has been such a grind for me, and I just been praying that something would happen, and finally a nice buck came through and gave me a perfect shot, and I'm pretty sure I absolutely hammered him. So, what a morning. Sweet November. That's what we're here for. Well, we're at first blood right now. There's blood and hair right on the impact site immediately. It's been about an hour and a half since I shot that deer, and with the amount of blood that's on the ground, I don't think he made it very far. Yeah, there's more blood coming up here. He just went up over all this dead stuff. I see antlers up here. Alright, here he is. This is the end to the story of the buck I called Short Stack. I watched him all summer long. He disappeared from cameras on October 7th and quit showing up. For whatever reason this morning, he decided to pop back through, and I had a 4-point chasing a doe come through, and then he came out of the thicket towards me and offered me a 24-yard shot, and I was able to capitalize, and I could not be any more thankful for the opportunity at a buck like this. Like I said, he's my biggest archery kill, and I'm just thrilled beyond all measures with this buck. I've worked very hard this season. It's been a grind all season long, and finally it all came together, and I've got nobody to thank but the Lord for that. Seeing the hard work pay off, just sticking with it and trying my best not to get discouraged. Yeah, I'm more than thankful for this deer. I definitely can't wait to see him on the wall.